Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. This is a general or a collective reading, so parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. This is also a timely reading, meaning that if you are watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, so to begin this reading, I did a short meditation and with this beautiful piece of stillbite. This stillbite is from India, and it is for powerful, loving energy, creativity, in intuitive endeavors. So here we have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups energy, the cups in tarot represent the energy of love. And this could be romantic love, it can be love of anyone or anything, and even love of something you love to do or be. This is this particular card, 10 of Cups is the ultimate fulfillment, being promised after a stormy period in your life. So this is talking about the rainbow is representing, you know, how rainbows come out after a heavy rain, a big storm, and having love in your life again and being ready and willing to love again. Maybe you've had a very difficult situation and you're now healing from it, and you're ready to step into that love, you know, being in inviting romance and love back into your life. That's the feeling I'm getting. And we also have number 58, the otherworldly desires. This is from my oracle, Tales from the Vector. This is talking about karma, and we do have justice here. So the karmic spaces, a lot of people feel karma is punishment, but karma is actually cause and effect of your actions and sometimes inactions. So you could have direct karma, which would be, you go out and you take an action that causes other people suffering and struggle and possibly their demise. And it could be from your not taking action as well as taking action when you could have stopped that from happening and you chose not to because for whatever reason you didn't. And then we have this indirect karma, which can be unfinished business from your ancestors quite often, sometimes from descendants. This is also representing like the same type of energy, but it could be from people that are you're associated with, so lovers, friends, spouses, extended family members, peers, people that partners in business, that sort of thing. And it's the same energy of actions and inactions causing the karma. And then we can have the karmic spaces. So this is one of the karmic spaces. And this painting is from my oracle, Tales from the Vector. It is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is an ink drawing that I did. It's regarding one of the visions that I had when I was in ceremony in Peru. So this is talking about after going through a shift storm of some sort, inviting love back into your life. That's what I feel it is. And that can be giving yourself total permission to pursue your authentic desires. All right, so this could be a nice random reading for its different one. We do have the Magician energy, which is saying this is definitely an energetic upgrade for you. It's talking about the energy of the Magician, and this is talking about having 100% infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond, and bringing that energy from the heavens down to earth. We have a beautiful garden here. It's saying that you can create a beautiful garden, and you have all the tools you need on this bench. You just need to figure out how to use them and which ones to use when. And so also the Magician is wearing an Ouroboros around his waist, which is a snake biting its tail. It's saying you need to shed whatever is no longer part of benefit to you and let it go so that you can make room for new energy coming in. All right. And then, so yes, this definitely is talking about healing from some sort of heartache. This energy can be about, there's 3 swords in the heart, so that kind of speaks for itself. But when you look at it a second time, you realize, wait a minute, that heart is really big in comparison to the swords. So this possibly could be something that you can actually heal from. And this is talking about definitely some forgiveness is wanted or needed. There could be an energy of just needing to heal the heart. And, in romantic situations, this sword through the 2 can represent a third-party energy that interfered with a couple's energy and maybe broke that up. This also can talk about, this person's heart is in their throat, so this can talk about not being able to speak your truth. It can be talking about tough, really hard decisions needing to be made, and it can be also about maybe gossip, slander, and just a fear of speaking your truth or of being vulnerable to love again. So let's see what happened here. We do have the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles energy is talking about learning the give and take in life. And so it's the Pentacle energy is talking about health, wealth, and happiness in the 3rd dimensional world. Now it's talking about, of course, money, because money is a big part of that. So the element is the element of earth, so it is about earth and earthly matters, but it's also more about lifestyle than just money. Money, of course, is a big part of it, but you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want to be living. And this is saying, that this person has 6 pentacles here. This is seeds that have been planted, and now he has brought in the harvest. And the 6 pentacles would be like upper middle class energy, and he's being generous and donating to charity. His discernment is telling him that this person will use this money wisely and actually does need it, and he's happy to give it to them. This person, though, he has the scales of justice above his head. If you notice, this is a grifter. He has what he needs in his pocket, but he's pretending that he doesn't have what he needs because he doesn't want to risk his own money. He wants to risk someone else's. It's that type of energy. This can talk about, as I said, it's learning the discernment of how much time, money, energy that you're willing to invest in any project, person, idea, etc. And learning that discernment of knowing when to do so and when not to. This can also talk about breadcrumbing energy, where there's been some money or lifestyle being held back from you, and you're being breadcrumbed for your work somehow. And we have justice coming in for the situation, though. The justice is representing that redemption from karma that I was talking about. There's a thin veil behind her, and this veil represents the thin veil of the spiritual realm and the physical. So justice starts on the spiritual realm. You can think of it as spiritual court. When God makes a judgment, then that is the energy that comes forth. And the sword of justice is a double-edged sword. She is holding it in her right hand. And so if you're on the right side of the law, this is going to be a blessing coming in for you, a promise of better days to come. And if you're on the wrong side of the law, that being spiritual and on the physical plane, justice is coming in, and there could be redemption of karma happening. So this is talking about she's already got her right foot forward, so she's ready to take a step in and move into action at a moment's notice as soon as she gets the word from the Most High. And of course, this is talking about the karma that we talked about at the beginning of this reading. And we have a wounded warrior here. So this is your energy of planting. The element here is fire, and the wood wands feet are way this is interpreted, because wood fuels fire, and it's also coming from a tree, so it represents the deep roots of the ancestors as well as the offshoots of the descendants. It's also about the actions that you yourself have taken to plant wands, and now they're growing into the plant the seeds to grow these wands, and the actions are growing into a harvest. And so there's 10 pentacles, or 10 wands available, and you're on the 9th. Now, the wounded warrior energy is talking about someone who has done everything they can to stay on their destined path, to do things the correct way, they want to be on the right side of the law, basically. And but they've had quite a time, and it could have something to do. It's sitting right on this justice for this pentacle energy. So the head is bandaged. It's talking about having a headache from it all, leaning heavy and hard. This wand is close to their heart. They've only got one to go after this, but you can see this person is tired. And so this is a wounded warrior energy. It's saying, probably got knocked down, every time to everything that should have been more easy has been more challenging. And it's been a heartbreaking journey, basically. But justice is now coming in, and he's about to receive that justice. And we have a soulmate coming in. All right. So the soulmate energy is someone coming in now that you've, this is, you learn a lot when you're in this kind of energy here. And so part of the justice is having this energy promised at the beginning, these cups of love. And this is talking about these two cups. These are soulmates, and it's a feeling of connecting on a soul level, but connecting in the 3D on a soul level. And you notice this is on after this heartbreak, and the learning your discernment of who is someone that you would want to open your heart to and have love with them. And so this is talking about these two coming together. This is an agreement, a contract that they made be at a soul level to be with each other at some point during this lifetime. And this is like a healing energy. It's very healing. So it's about healing the heart and being willing to be vulnerable again, to accept new love coming into your life. The soulmate energy, quite often, it will be someone very different from who you would normally date. But keep your mind open, because when you get talking to them, you'll realize, wow, I had that happen when I was young. I had that happen. I had that, and it's kind of like you really understand each other on a very deep level. This is also talking about being highly connected to source energy, what I refer to as HSN, the higher self network, to be able to be receiving information from the divine, and from the universal internet, basically. So you can think of it like logging on and off to the internet, but HSN, you're always logged on, whether you're aware of it or not. And sometimes if you're not looking for a new love, or it's not about that for you, this can just represent you coming together in that way and being very complete in your masculine and feminine energies. These two people, when they come together as soulmates, they both are very balanced in their masculine and feminine energy. They don't need to be together. They just want to be, because it's more fun. And this is talking about if it's you coming together within yourself, it's saying that you're very balanced in your masculine and feminine energies, and very connected to source energy because of everything that you've gone through. And then we have, this is talking about doing a lot of inner work. The rough water in tarot represents mixed, volatile emotions, chaotic energy, and then coming out of wanting to move on to smoother shores. So it's about healing this heart energy and having the ability to do so. And so, we don't know how long that takes. This could be any time frame. You would have to use your intuition for that. You would know where you are in this process. But this is basically talking about an adult and a child here with no baggage, can be talking about a wounded inner child energy. The swords do represent the element of air, and it's talking about your thoughts and discipline of your mind and your mental intelligence. And that's sitting on this energy here. And I feel like this can be talking about healing your inner child. Something may have happened when you're a child. You may or may not remember it, but whatever has happened, you have taken the time to meditate and pray and go off with God to calmer waters so that you can learn, that you can heal the energy that's in your heart and move forward and open back up to allowing yourself to be open to this new relationship coming in. And that might be a new relationship with yourself as well. So the conveyor is having to dig deep with this long pole to dig into the mud to push that boat out of these troubled waters. So it requires a lot of bravery to face your inner child truths, because quite often it dredges up a lot of your shadow side energies that maybe you're not even aware of, that happened when you were young and you don't even remember what happened, but your body does remember, and the subconscious mind remembers. A tower has hit. So definitely I feel there was some sort of energy here, and there was a major tower. Now sometimes this can represent divorce. But the worst divorce would be from source. And this is talking about your intuition telling you, hey, you need to look into something. There was something that was wrong here. And the tower energy can be talking about maybe at one point you really felt that the person that you were with was definitely your soulmate, or that you were meant to be with them. And it was really a very... it left a very big imprint on you. But sometimes that can happen when you have karma with someone. It's not unusual on our travels to run into someone and it's almost like you recognize them, but sometimes it's about karma that needs to be cleared. And you might not know at all. You might never have met them before, and it might be karma you're clearing for your ancestors, that sort of thing. So this is talking about your intuition telling you need to take a look at something. At first it's a whisper, but that the universe gets louder, and it's like the frying pan treatment, whack over the head. Pay attention, there's something you need to look at, but you don't. So then the universe gives the 2x4, and the next thing you know, you've got the lightning hitting your castle, basically. So it's hit the tower, it's imploding, it's on fire. So this is something that now has to be rebuilt. Possibly you could have nipped this in the bud, but sometimes it's just meant to happen. This is a reality check. And it's uncomfortable for absolutely everyone. The reality check is usually, it's like Murphy's Law. It happens at the worst possible time in the weirdest ways, and it can be very challenging for everyone involved. One of the people falling out of this tower is very shocked, and the other one is kind of like, ugh, I should have looked after this sooner. And so this energy... if you've been on the right side of the law, and that's spiritual and in the physical, then at some point you're going to look back and you're going to say, whoa, it's a lucky thing that happened. Even though it was difficult to go through, it has opened you up to new possibilities, and you realize you needed the reality check. And it's the same for the other person, but they may not be that happy about it because they're having to face what they've done on the physical and the spiritual realm. And it can be a lot. When it gets to this point, it's like kaboom. And then we have the King of Swords energy. This can represent an authority figure. The King of Swords is good with words. This would be someone that would have a career in the judicial system, or in, like a political system, or, it could be many occupations, but it's someone that uses their education and their intelligence and, to earn their living, not physical labor. And the King of Swords could represent, like we have a king here, so it could be political figures. This could represent, people that are higher up, though, presidents, prime ministers. This could represent Congress and the Senate, and it also could be ministers in the federal and provincial governments. This is people who make the laws and make sure that the laws are carried out. There's also, this is the judicial system, so it could be judges, Supreme Court judges. It could represent lawyers. If this is a lawyer, it would most likely be a lawyer that is maybe a partner in a prestigious firm. This could also represent, head prosecutors, head chief of police, that sort of energy. This is also representing, it could be engineers, and it could be talking about, because the swords represent thoughts, it could be talking about, patents, inventions. It could represent, what else? It could be a best-selling author. This could represent someone who's doing research and they find a cure for a serious disease. This is maybe surgeons, veterinarians, dentists, psychiatrists, that sort of energy. So all of this, this basically is authority figure, though. And this may be saying that there is some need for a lawyer, or there's been something going on, or you need to turn to someone for justice that, is in the physical. So, that could be filing a police report or whatever that, whatever that is for you. It could, if it's a matter of divorce, it could be hiring a divorce lawyer. And then we have, so the Two of Pentacles, Pentacles in Tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. And so this is talking about, you could have, as I said, you could have all of that energy, like the energy of the Pentacles here and the discernment. But like now, this is talking about juggling possibly two lifestyles. This could be talking about juggling your career, reputation, public image with your domestic life and your home life and your personal goals and ideals, and that there being a discrepancy between them. This can be talking about multitasking, like having to really be really busy and keeping really busy, and whatever is happening here has started out small, and then the next thing you know, like this little ship on a small wave is getting bigger and bigger. So whatever happened here, it was gaining more and more people are involved, and it's gaining momentum over time. And this card is saying juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. And I feel definitely there's been some juggling of morals here. It has to do with the pentacle energy. So it could be some of this breadcrumbing energy, that missing money, something that was held back from you ever since you were a child with this energy here. It can also be talking about the justice coming through now, and the courts getting involved, like on the physical realm. Judgment has already been called on the physical when the justice figure is here. It's the spiritual realm, it's already happening. So it's a matter of time before this hits. And I feel like with this tower, it could be very public, and it could be involving people that are known in the public, in the public systems here. So this is talking about the, the magician energy. This is going to be an energetic upgrade for you, especially if you've done this inner work on your child. You may find out information that you didn't know before. This is kind of what you do know about yourself and what you don't know. And maybe it's gaining momentum. And the more you look into it, the more, the more energy there is involved in it. And that's why it blows up. The truth is coming out. We have, whatever this information is, you found it very heartbreaking, and it's taken you a lot to overcome this energy. There's a need for a lawyer, I feel, or judicial energy is what I'm picking up here. And it also could have something to do with research. So sometimes that research could be an investigation, or it could be something, I don't know, like, Oh, it could talk about DNA is what I'm getting. Like, that kind of research that they have now to really go back in time and see what was going on. And this is you. You've managed to land these 8 wands. It's saying stay strong, because this information is about to come in, and you're going to get justice for whatever this situation. And part of that justice will be this healing energy of a soulmate coming in. Now, that soulmate could even be part of of this energy that is going to empower you to have the justice that you deserve. But definitely, this is talking about having that that desire to have a partner that you love, and I'm talking a romantic partner, and also loving the people around you and loving what you do, and this is talking about just allowing all of that energy back in, all your heartfelt desires that you've been holding back because of this wounding. The justice is that you are going to be able to love again, love people, places, things. This is a really beautiful reading, and that's what Stillbite is about. It's about powerful, loving energy, and using your intuition to open up to everything you love again. Awesome. So it's a very creative energy. So let's keep going here. I'm going to clarify this with my oracle cards, and the numbers on these cards represent the paintings from my oracle in the order they appear in the gallery on my website, Tales from the Vector. And this is talking about I will put them in the description box below so that you'll know which ones to go look for. They say a painting can paint 1,000 words. This isn't actually a painting, it's an ink drawing on a reproduction on canvas. But so we have the Hangman energy, and this is talking about, this taking a long time. The Hangman goes to the tree of knowledge, hangs upside down until he gains perspective. So he's wanting to look at a situation from every single angle that he can. And that's what this energy is talking about. So it's talking about being like the hangman. And it can talk about this energy being stuck for some time. So we're talking like it could go back quite a ways in time. And then we have Virgo energy, which is talking about communication coming in. So this can be... remember, I don't know if I mentioned that sometimes, because this is someone whose heart is in their throat. It can represent the energy of being afraid to speak their truth, for literally too afraid to speak their truth. And maybe they're not able to go to the authorities because they're afraid to, for whatever reason. Maybe they've been threatened or something like that. So this is talking about communication coming back through and being able to communicate your truth. I want to point out that when I do have horoscope signs come into my readings, I'm not talking about individuals. I am talking about the state of being of that sign. So Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is talking about having that communication coming through. And interestingly enough, this also talks about this is a Virgo energy, and this is talking about the Hermes symbol. So this is about doctors and the oath that doctors take for healing. The HIPAA, I think it's called the HIPAA. Is that right? The HIPAA agreement, where they they swear that they will never harm a patient. It's that type of energy. And then we have the disruption. So this is talking about what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. That's for sure. If you're in a third party involvement and you're not you're the one that is on the outside of it, definitely it's not going to feel like it's a lot of fun for you. And then we have the foolish. So this is talking about foolish expectations. And I feel like this is talking about sitting on this justice and you getting your justice. So the expectations of the people that thought that they were going to get away with what they were doing to the wounded warrior were foolish. It's talking about the truth always comes out. It comes out all the time. It sometimes can take a very long time, and I feel like the truth has been hanging there. This can sometimes talk about also the energy of the people involved in this. The hangman on that, they're upside down. So this would be like a reverse magician for the people involved in this foolish endeavor. And so this would be talking about using dark magic. That didn't come out until we started talking about the energy coming towards you. So I feel that that's what there could be some sort of like, I don't feel that this energy is just about like people wanting what you have physically. It's more about talking about on a spiritual level. They want everything. They want otherworldly desires as well as worldly desires. So they have given themselves permission to take from you, not just physically, but also spiritually, which is really, I don't know where people, it is very foolish, because if you're created by the divine, and the divine has a specific plan for your destiny, who are they to think? Like they might be people that usually they've gotten away with it, maybe even for decades, or generations, but it's coming back. And I just want to explain this, because this is coming up in all my readings, and I feel like it's going to be coming up in all of my readings for a long time here. The energy is of Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini. And basically it hasn't been there since 1941 to 1949. And it keeps coming up in every reading, the truth coming out, the truth coming out. The truth comes out even if it's been generations or decades or whatever. And the last time Uranus was in Gemini was in 1941 to 1949. Bottom line, the truth wants to come out. So Uranus in Gemini, it's been 75 years. And we're still finding out truths about what happened back in World War II. In 1941 to 1949, and the aftermath of that. And this is talking about, now we're in that energy again, and we're going to be in this energy until 2033, like from this time of this reading, the next 7.5 to 8 years. So a lot of truths are going to be coming out on a spiritual and a physical level. And I feel like that's part of this still bite, is like getting back into that creativity, because recognizing if you've been waiting for justice and it feels like it's just been hanging there, and you're hanging there by a thread waiting for justice to come through, it will eventually. It's on its way. It's happening in the spiritual realm. There's been a major shift that way. We have perception, which is talking about the grass is greener on the other side. So this third party energy, it's talking about this is the fear of getting in another relationship with someone else and really giving your heart to them, because the last time you did it, your partner threw that away, basically. And they felt that that the grass is greener on the other side. But now they're finding out that it was greener because it was fake. They might even come through and want to say, let's heal this and come back together with each other. But you're better off going with the soulmate, in my opinion. That's up to you 100%. It's not up to me to tell you anything. You have to use your own authority there, your own intuition. We have the Taurus energy, which is talking about love. And about, it's actually talking about the give and take. And I feel like this is saying you've learned so much since when you were little about love, and look at everything you've learned about this. So now if you go back into a situation and you go after having that love with someone again, then you're going to be way wiser. And this is a gift from the divine, a reward for doing the healing energy needed. And then we have jealousy coming in here. So that's a karmic space. It's interesting because jealousy definitely, unfortunately, this could also say then that the energy coming in here could have been someone in your inner circle, and possibly even a sibling that was with your significant other. And this can represent an energy of sibling rivalry. And it's interesting because jealousy is an easy karmic space for all of us to fall into. But this is like taking it to a different level. This is someone that actually wants your destiny rather than their own, which is like on a spiritual level and on every level possible. This is like really weird energy, really, like, and it's really foolish because we all have our divine path and we have, our own special qualities. But the thing is about this, we can even be jealous of ourselves. Like, you could be jealous of yourself because 5 years ago you were 20 pounds lighter and you preferred how you looked back then. So jealousy is not uncommon for people to fall into. However, it is uncommon for it to be taken to this level. This is like, you deserve to have your destiny, and everybody has their own special, unique qualities. And it's really actually very sad for someone to be in a position like this, that they actually feel that they would rather have someone else's destiny. It doesn't make sense at all. But this is basically, this reading is about, having this new bloom and this love for life again, and having passion about it. So I do hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for your time and energy, your likes, comments, subscribes, all of that good stuff. And I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now.